Investment issues are all over the place. There are people that have come out to cry out they invested in a particular company. They cannot really say what has happened to their investment. The company is not even anywhere to be found. The stakeholders, the directors, the CEO, they can't even trace them. They can't trace anything to them. There are stories and instances of people that have committed suicide as a result of not being able to retrieve at least the capital, not to talk of the profit they were expecting from the investment. The question now is it a bad thing to invest? Hi, welcome to Business and Legal Structure. My name is Precious Toju. I am a business recovery and property lawyer based in Lagos State, Nigeria. If you're joining my YouTube channel for the first time, please do not forget to click the subscribe in red and the notification button by your right hand side. So on this episode, I'm going to talk about 5 things you must look out for before you invest in any company. Now, the second thing you should look out for as a prospect investor before you invest your hard-earned money into any company is the company's registration status and structure. Now, do not get me wrong. Almost every company that comes out to tell 1 or 2 people to invest in them will definitely get registered. But it's not just the registration status I'm talking about, it's the active registration status and the structure of the company. For starters, what your question should be is how actively registered is this investment company? Let us start with registration with the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now, a lot of investment companies would have registered 2, 3, 5 years ago, but they have never carried out their annual returns. And the more they fail to carry out the annual returns, the less compliant they are when it comes to post-incorporation transaction with the Corporate Affairs Commission. And this is a different ball game entirely, because if the company keeps up on that train, there is a probability that in the nearest future, the Corporate Affairs Commission may strike out their name from the registry. And the implication of this I have talked about in my past videos, so just check the link up so that you will understand the legal implication of when a company does not file the annual returns as at when due. So you shouldn't just be satisfied with the fact that the company is registered. You need to be satisfied with the fact that the company is actively registered. Now, secondly, what is the structure of the company? Yes, it may be a limited liability company, but it may also be a one-man limited liability company. We all know that by the new Companies and Alias Matters Act of 2020 in Nigeria, one person is enough to register a small private company. Now, and also one person is enough to register a sole proprietorship or a business name. The only difference between a business name and a one directorship private company is that the private company has more corporate entity than the business name, but the truth is almost like a one-man business. So you also need to check what structure does this company have. Is it actively registered? Does it have all the permits, the licenses, and the approval it needs from the government? For example, is the company listed with Securities and Exchange Commission? For a company that wants to sell out its shares or wants to call for a public investment, it is mandatory under the law that it must be listed with SEC. For a company that is involved in one business or the other, there are government agencies, there are permits, certain permits, licenses, and approval that is needed for that company to obtain based on the industry that they have entangled themselves in. Are you sure that this company has gotten all the licensing, all the approvals, and all the government permit that it needs to run that business seamlessly? Now, the catch here is that if at any point in time one of these companies is found wanting by the government in any aspect, the government might shut them down. The government might publish their names for the public to deal with them at their own detriment. Now, this is not good for business, because once their name is being published by the government that they haven't gotten this approval, they haven't gotten that approval, the public begins to withdraw. People that are transacting business with them that they would have ordinarily done business so that you can get your money back would resist from doing it because they have been warned by the government. And so if people are not transacting business with the company you have invested in, how do you expect to get your profits and your capital at the end of the day? You also need to look at the stakeholders of the company. Who are those in the management team? Who are those in the board of directorship? Do not just be carried away by brochures, by flyers, and by advertisements. You will need to check how well structured, what is the corporate structure of this company? What is the organogram? If the company cannot pay me, who are the directors that I can go after if I cannot get my money as at when due? So when next you want to invest in any company, please ensure that you find out the registration status of that company and the corporate structure of the company. Is the company actively registered with the government? Has it gotten all the approvals, the licenses, the permits it needs from the government? What is the structure of the company? Who are those managing the company? Learn more how to invest wisely in any company. Please sign up for the Wise Investors Masterclass. The link is beneath this video. Sign up, put in all your details, and you'll be the first to know once we are ready to take the next masterclass. I'll see you in my next video.